From the shadows of New York's Manhattan skyline to Arizona's Valley of the Sun resides a radio program the world over has been waiting for. Hosted by two men no one has ever heard of. It's a place where idiocracy runs free and rarely a point is made. Kieran.
We're looking up something about something that doesn't exist, and then we're reading a quote that this dude just made up, and we're taking it as fact.
Rocket.
Yahoo Answers, the same place where people ask, I never had sex, can I get pregnant? That's the same place.
Together, these men will bring you laughter at any cost, even if that means sacrificing their own egos or well-being. So put your brains on standby. Sit back and relax. The boys have returned. Lunatic Radio starts now.
Bang, let's start the fucking show, eh?
What up? LR show. Solo today. I can turn off my microphone. There we go. Yeah, just me today. No Rock, no Leroy Jenkins, nobody else. Just me, alone. It is the Lunatic Radio Show. Live number to call in, 718-690-9290. This is my second solo show. I believe I did a few solo shows back in the day. I even did a solo show for somebody else's show. It was like a sex show, which I was which went like a bag of hammers, I'm sure. It was fucking terrible. That's exactly how that show went. I was giving sex advice when I had little to no sex, probably. At that point, I don't know. It was a long time ago. It was like 15, 16 years ago. Anyway, yeah, it's the Lunatic Radio Show. 718-690-9290 if you want to call in. Please call in. Help me out. Another voice on this radio show would be great, other than mine, because I have to, use my own thoughts, which sucks. There's not many in this brain of mine. Let me, I got to get my notes. Hold on. It'd be good to have my notes with me. My notes. Word up. Yeah, a lot to do today. I don't know. There's a lot to news. I guess there's some news. I don't know. I bought a new car, which is always fun to buy a new car. I drove a Scion for a long time. Well, not a long time, like 3 years. And I figured since I'm a 40 floor, I should not be driving a Scion anymore. It's kind of like a kid's car, you know, like something a 17-year-old will get out of, or a 16-year-old girl is driving that because her dad bought it for her. So it was time to get out of the Scion TC world. And plus, I don't think they make Scions anymore. They stopped making them. So I'm like stuck with the car they don't even make anymore because it's too shitty of a car to keep producing, I guess. So I bought myself a new car. And it was like one of them things where you're like, I got this car, I don't fucking want it. And you call the person and they're like, you can trade it in, you know, and I traded it in. I got myself an adult car, an adult automobile. So I feel like an adult, like I am worthy of respect when I get out of it. Not some fancy car. It's not a fancy car, and it's not really. Pretty much, it was like I think like $1,000 more than the goddamn roller skate Scion that I bought. But it's a nice car. It's an adult car. You know, it's one of them Kias. I bought a Kia, so I drive a K car, which is that's just me. You know, whatever, man. I just need something to get to point A to point B. But it's one of these cars that's got all the bells and whistles. It's got all the latest bells and whistles. The bells and whistles. So apparently I can, it's like 2018, and it's fully loaded, and but it's like a roller skate. And it's very small, because I'm a small guy. I don't need some big-ass fucking car. I don't need some Kia. They're trying to sell me this Stinger thing. I'm like, I don't have the bank account for that. You look at me. You see the fucking shirt I'm wearing, buddy? I was at the salesman as soon as I walked up on the lot of Kia. The guy's like, "Yeah, check out this new Stinger thing we got." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, look at my T-shirt. Do you think I can afford that fucking thing? No. Look at me. I'm wearing a fucking T-shirt from Kohl's. I can't afford a Stinger. I can't afford the fucking goddamn door handle on that damn thing." But that Stinger's a nice car. But I bought myself, a reasonable, decent adult car. And it's fully loaded. It's small. It's like a mid-size small. It's like a mid-size small blend, if you will. I don't know what they call it. I don't know what the car term size is for the car. But it's one of these fully loaded cars. And it syncs with everything you have. Like your phone. They told me to download some app. And it syncs with the car. And apparently I can control the car from my phone. Which I got to figure out how to do. Because that sounds pretty cool. I don't know. It's got the rear view camera. It's got the Sirius XM radio. It's got the whole dashboard's like an iPod thing now. All these new cars, all the technology in these fucking cars these days, pretty fucking amazing. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty fucking amazing.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Well, maybe fuck myself too. Yes. Fuck meself. Yeah, so I got the new car. So maybe I can go out and get them bitches. I don't know. I gotta get some bitches. Because I need to get laid soon. Oh, here's Virgin Zach calling it. Virgin Zach, you're on the radio show with me, solo. Hello, Virgin Zach.
Kieran, congrats on the new car.
Yes, I got a new car. I'm not driving no Scion TC anymore.
See, I got the cousin of that. I got the little Toyota. I got from Scion. So.
Yes. What, you got a Camry or something?
I have a 2016 Corolla.
Ah, yes, the Corolla. See, I have the Kia version of that. I had the Kia Forte. I bought the Kia Forte. Yeah.
Those are nice cars, and like you said, fully loaded. My car, I got to get a new one in the next 6 months, so I've been looking around, and I've seen that one around and thought about it myself.
It's not a bad vehicle. I would suggest giving it a test drive. You know what's cool is when I took it for a test drive, the lady we went out on the highway there, and she's like, "Okay, get it up to 55 or whatever." I was like, "All right, I'll get it up to 55." And then she was like, "All right, press this button on the lower left-hand side of your dashboard." So I pressed that button, and the car drove itself, which was cool.
Shit.
Yeah, it drove itself. It literally, she was like, "Let go of the steering wheel." And the car, we went around this bend on the highway, and I didn't touch the steering wheel. It moved it itself. It keeps you in the lane. It was funny. It's funny, and I didn't go into adding into the conversation. But she's like, she was like, "Yeah, we call this DWI mode." Which I thought was funny. Which I thought was funny for a car salesman to, suggest to a potential buyer that they have this Kia Forte has a DWI mode. But they call
I figured you were going to go if it's the JO mode.
Yeah,
Take your hands off and.
Be honest with you, I'm very happy with my Kia Forte, and I wish it did blow me because it does everything else. Be honest with you, it really does everything else. I'm very excited. I feel like I might. See, I couldn't get laid in the goddamn driving the Scion TC. And not that I want to bang a girl that's going to bang me because of the car I drive. I don't want that. But I feel like more of an adult getting out of the Kia Forte than I did getting out of the Scion TC. I felt like when I got out of the Scion TC, people saw me get out of the Scion TC and were like, "That guy's a pedophile." You know what I mean? Or he's just trying to be really trying to hang on to his youth, which is not a...
Well, the marketing for when Scion was still around was for people people 20, the 20-someths, the millennials.
Yeah, the millennials.
Modify, yeah. And that's, so I understand where you're coming from, because when I got my car, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at Scion and Toyota, and I thought, well, this one makes me feel more mature and more of an adult the Toyota did than the Scion.
Right.
So I was like, oh, and it was cheaper too. So
yeah, it's the Scions. It's such a difference. Like when you get a nice car that's fully loaded, and going from your old car, it's such like like in 2 years. Like my Scion, the Scion I owned was a 2016, and in 2 years I bought this. I got this 2018 car. What is that? Are you on a rocking chair back over there?
no, just had to walk outside.
So I get from 2018 to 2016, the cars, like the technology in the car, just jumped exponentially. It's crazy, crazy how much technology is in the new cars now. And I'm very excited. I feel like I can hold on to this thing for a good 5 years and feel comfortable with driving it and not being like out of the loop with the technology because the thing's great. It's fucking awesome.
See, that's the weird thing about technology just in cars itself. I mean, they move sometimes faster than cell phones do. I mean, if you look, like you said, I look at the 2019 version of my car, and it's got all these other bells and whistles. Like it's now got a fully, all this. It's all one screen from the dash all the way to the center console to the radio dials. I'm like, holy shit!
Right. Yeah.
And it's weird how fast it just moves because now I'm looking at it and I'm just like, can I even afford this? And it's the same price as my car when I first got it. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, and I was I felt like an adult driving the new car as I drive it around town and shit. And it came with the Sirius XM, which I enjoy tremendously. And I noticed when I was flicking through the channels of Sirius XM, feeling more like an adult driving the Kia Forte. I came across this channel on Sirius XM, and I haven't listened to Sirius XM in a while. And I actually tried to get a job there for this radio show a long time ago. And we were pretty close. But didn't quite get there. But I noticed they had this channel called Yacht Rock Radio. So I flicked on the Yacht Rock Radio. Apparently, this is a channel for people who own yachts and go out sailing on yachts. This is music they can play on their yacht to get the full yacht experience, I guess. And I figured I was, in my new Kia Forte, I felt kind of like a man about town, a little rich. I felt wealthy driving my new adult vehicle. And I felt like listening to some yacht radio, which was nice. This is my yacht music. Yeah, it was good. I don't know. I feel happy that I got a new car. That's all I got. That's all I got, Virgin Zach, on that. Are you still there, Virgin Zach? Is he gone? Virgin Zach still there? I don't know. I don't even know what happened. Virgin Zach, you there? Virgin Zach is gone. I think Virgin Zach's gone. All right, there you go. There's Virgin Zach. I just hung up on him. Yeah, new car, Kia Forte, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with my my new Sirius XM. I feel like I'm more prepared to get laid now, which is my next mission. Gotta get laid. And if I listen to more yacht radio, maybe I'll feel like more confident. Love that yacht radio. Really do feel when you listen to something like yacht radio, you kind of like feel you feel good. It makes you feel good. It's got those songs like "Sailing, Take Me Away." That whatever that fucking song is. We also have another channel on Sirius XM that I noticed. I haven't listened to Sirius XM in a long time because it's just like $15 a month, and I was like, I don't know if I should, afford it. I don't know if I can afford it. But they had this little thing called Chill, XM Chill, Sirius XM Chill. And I've been listening to that too. It's just music that makes you chill, which is it works for some reason. It works. Like you turn on the mellow music and your whole vibe changes. Like when you're all stressed out, like you're sweating and you're panicky and you're anxious, you turn on some mellow music and it's amazing how much that noise hits your ears and just settles your body. This is like music I should play when I around 11 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They should add up Sirius XM Jack. Just music to jack to. Be honest with you, if they have yacht radio, Sirius XM yacht radio, or yacht channel, and a poolside chill channel, they should have Sirius XM masturbating, or Sirius XM Jack, Sirius XM Power Jack.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Fuck you, Mark Wahlberg. I would listen to Sirius XM Jack. Now that's something. This should be on Sirius XM Jack, whatever this song is. 718-690-9290 if you want to add to my whatever the hell I'm talking about. Sorry, Virgin Zach, for hanging up on you. I didn't mean to. Yes. Yeah, so the new car. That's great. A lot to do on today's radio program. We're just going to, I don't know how long I'm going to go, but I'm going to go. And when I run out of shit to say, that'll be fucking it. And then we'll come back, and next week we'll have Rock back and maybe Leroy Jenkins. My buddy Chris Italia was going to join me today, but he couldn't find a microphone. Somebody stole his microphone, so... you need to have a microphone to do radio. One of the key things for radio is a microphone. So be prepared. Have a microphone. Speaking of radio, there's a world famous sports radio station in New York City. It is the first sports talk radio station that to exist. WFAN in New York. And they have a guy on there named Joe Beningo, who's been doing radio for like, I don't know, it seems like 50 years. 50 years. Guy's 65 years old. And apparently he had to take a leave of absence because some broad in the sales department at WFAN decided, she wanted to sue WFAN because she got fired. I believe because she went to some sort of event at the Barclays Center or something, and WFAN had some sort of suite rented out for everybody, and she brought her boyfriend, and her boyfriend got into a fight with somebody else in the suite, I guess maybe another WFAN employee, so she got all pissed, and she got fired. She ended up getting fired from the sales team, fired from the CBS radio, fired from WFAN, no longer selling ads for WFAN. And I guess since that happened, and she was pissed about getting fired, I guess she decided to put together a lawsuit that had, I guess, basically nothing to do with that incident of her boyfriend getting into a fight in the suite at the Barclays Center at the WFAN event. But it was a suit that listed Joe Beningo, legendary broadcaster for WFAN, been on the WFAN broadcasting sports talk radio for like 35 freaking years. The guy's 65 years old. He doesn't even have a hip. But she brought against him a sexual harassment suit, claiming that WFAN is a lot of the employees there drink. There's like a frat house mentality at the sports talk radio show station, and that Joe Beningo himself went to this young lady at some point at WFAN and tried to get her to have a threesome with her and his wife. So Joe Beningo's wife and this broad, Joe wanted to have a threesome with. And Joe, apparently, according to the article in the New York Post, showed a picture to this broad of his wife naked. Who's probably, Joe's 67 years old. Joe Beningo's 67 years old. Legendary broadcaster. 67. His wife's probably what? She's got to be in her 60s. He's got naked photos of her. That's, somehow I don't believe any of this, but apparently, I guess in New York, that's big radio news. No one really knows around the country who Joe Beningo is, but people know what WFAN is, the legendary sports talk radio show. And it was all over the New York papers about his leave of absence. But apparently hookers and stuff are involved in like this. That's what this suit claims. It was like hookers and a lot of drinking as early as 10 a.m. in the morning at WFAN. People are just boozing. I've been to WFAN. I went up there one time to watch Boomer Esiason has a show there, and I have my old intern boss, Al Dukes. His name's Al Dukes. He broadcasts. He produces the Boomer and Gino sports radio show. I believe it's on CBS Sports Network on TV and whatever. I went up there to watch that show being broadcasted and how it works and all that stuff, and just hanging out with Al and just watching. But when I went up to WFAN, if you've ever been to the new WFAN, it's nothing like that. It's so corporate inside those that radio station. It's unbelievable. You wouldn't want to track in dirt on your feet into that station. That's how clean it is and nice and modern, and so like I know I haven't been there. I don't know what goes on. I don't know. I don't work there. I don't know. Maybe this lawsuit, everything she's claiming is correct. I don't know. But from my general interpretation, I don't believe frat house crap is happening at a corporate place like WFAN and CBS Radio and all that. I believe it's owned by Entercom or something now. I can't imagine that's happening. Drinking at 10 a.m. in some sort of building like that. When you get no, I don't think so. I don't know. And I don't believe Joe Beningo at 65 years old is popping boners, wanting to have threesomes with and propositioning broads to have threesomes with his wife. I think at 65, I mean, I hope I have like the urge to do anything sexual at 65, but I doubt I will. I don't think I want to get up in the morning at 65 years old, let alone try to proposition some younger lady to have sex with my wife and me. I don't think I would want to do that.
Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Oh, fuck you, goddamn Mark Wahlberg. It is a lunaticradio.com show. 718-690-9290 if you want to call in. I had this weird dream the other day that I was hanging out with Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I don't know if it's a good thing to like remember your dreams, but I've been remembering my dreams lately. And for some reason in this dream, I was hanging out with Jay-Z and Beyonce. I have no idea. I'm not even a fan of theirs. I don't like anything about Jay-Z or Beyonce. I'm not jealous of them or anything. But I was hanging out with Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I guess this like Maya, an early, late 90s, early 2000s R&B singer named Maya. I remember her face. She was very pretty back in the day, but I don't even know why she was in the dream. But apparently I was hanging out with Jay-Z and Beyonce, and we were out in some like a woodsy area, like we were camping or something. Like I was camping with Jay-Z and Beyonce. It was weird. I don't know what we're in the woods. It was like a park woodsy area, kind of like if you go to like a campground in upstate New York or something. And then there's like a little quad of open area where people can go and picnic or something. But it was like a camp. There was like a camp vibe to my dream. Like we're camping. So I guess I'm camping. I was camping with Jay-Z and Beyonce, and Jay's off fucking rapping in the park or something by himself. And I was having a one-on-one with Beyonce in my dream. And for some reason, as she was just yapping away in my dream, I wasn't even paying attention to her in my dream. That's how much I don't pay attention to people when they talk. That's usually what happens. Usually when somebody talks to me and they're like, hey, I got a story for you, my brain just shuts off like a light switch. Just like, bing. That's it. Out. I don't want to listen to your story unless it's like 10 seconds long. And that might even be 2 seconds too long. 8 seconds is the most I can listen. But anyway, Beyonce in my dream was talking. And apparently, at some point in the dream, I was just like, wow, Beyonce, it's kind of like you're being real with me. Like you're getting You're brushing away the facade, and now you're like a real person. Talking to me, talking to the kid that does the podcast. You know? I don't know. I don't even know why I had that dream. I don't even know why I brought it up, to be honest with you. But I just thought it was weird. Like, why would I have a fucking dream about Jay-Z and Beyonce, and we're at a campground, and I'm caring at all that Beyonce's being real with me? What the fuck is that? I don't even do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't do any of that. Why am I having these fucking dreams? What does that fucking dream mean? What does that mean? I mean, if Beyonce was here on the show, if she was a guest of mine on this show, I guarantee you I would probably only listen to 10% of the things she says to me on the show. Because I'd be thinking about my next question or staring at her ass or something. Why the hell am I fucking caring what she says to me in a dream? It's not even real. Fucking dreams are weird. Also, like, lately in my dreams, I've been freaking, like I've been, like, crying and emotional. Because there's, like, people passing away in my dreams. What does that mean? What does that mean? I think I'm fucking dying or something. Like, I hate the fact that I get sad in my dreams, and dreams are supposed to be dreams. They're supposed to be happy. Occasional nightmare. You know, I get fucking scared. Who cares? Fuck it. I don't want no fuck. I don't know. I wish there was actually like I guess you can do the dream thing where you can like analyze it and fucking see the meaning behind it. I guess I don't know. What the fuck am I hanging out with Jay-Z and Beyonce in my fucking goddamn dream?
Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Maybe fuck myself. I know. I just start smoking weed. No, I want to go back to college. College was such a better fucking time. You could just fucking chill out, drink some beer, smoke weed. Everywhere you went, it smelled like weed. Half the people weren't even showered. I once, when I went to West Virginia, I drove home from West Virginia. I was thinking about this the other day, like the crazy shit you do in college when you're younger, and things that you won't do now. Like half the shit I did in my 20s, there's no fucking chance I would do it now. But I remember one time, this fucking memory came up in my head the other day, that I was driving home from West Virginia with my roommate and these two other girls, these two sorority girls, driving back to New York from West Virginia. In my, I think I had a Toyota Camry that was like really nice on the inside, but on the outside it looked like it had AIDS. If a car could have AIDS, that's what my fucking car looked like. There's just lesions and rust all over it, and it was maroon. It was terrible, but the inside was perfect. It was fucking perfect. So we jumped in my ride, and I'm taking them all back to New York. This is like 1999, 98, something like that. And I remember, and I would never do this again, and I'm not saying it's a good thing that I did this. I can't even believe I did this. But we drove home, and like halfway, like 2 miles out of Morgantown, West Virginia, my roommate, Brian, we call him B-Love, he was like, "Yo, let's stop off and, we'll pick up some beer. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm driving. I'm not drinking. I'm not going to drink and drive. No way am I doing that. And I didn't do it. But the girls and Brian, as I drove all the way back to New York, which, mind you, ended up taking us 13 hours because we had a snowstorm, they drank a 12-pack of Honey Brown. Do they even make Honey Brown anymore? There's this beer called Honey Brown and, like, Natty Ice. They drank, like a sixer of Natty Ice and a 12 fucking pack of goddamn Honey Brown. And I remember, dropping everybody off. My roommate lived in upstate New York, and I got to his house like fucking 10 hours into the trip, and it was snowing. I drop him off, and then I drive to like Westchester and drop this other broad off. And the girl that I ended up, who lived on Long Island that I had to drive home, she actually went to high school with me. I had to drive her all the way home, and she was passed the fuck out in my passenger seat of my Camry that looks like AIDS. and she's got beer bottles all over the place. My entire car is filled with empty beer bottles, and I'm driving down the LIE at like 2:30 in the fucking morning. It's freezing. There's snow coming down. I got a 19-year-old girl in my goddamn passenger seat, literally covered in beer bottles and just sleeping. I'm like, I can't believe I did that when I was when I was 22, 24, whatever the hell I was. Can you imagine if I ever got pulled over and a cop pulls me over in my fucking AIDS-looking Toyota Camry with that's filled with empty beer bottles, yet I'm sober driving, but the 19-year-old girl that's passed out in my goddamn passenger seat is covered in fucking alcohol and drunk out of her mind? Can you imagine if I got pulled over? I wouldn't be doing this podcast today, I tell you that. Oh, it would have been a mess. It would have been over, Johnny, for me. I would have been fucking dead. Can you imagine it? I mean, I was sober driving, but the girl was like, is that illegal? I guess the open container thing. I would get that penalty. I guess. I don't know. My God. That's crazy. That's shit I did when I was younger. And I can't believe I did. Like, I can't believe. It's crazy. I know, like, if you're a young kid listening to this show and you're like 22 and you're like, that's nothing compared to what I fucking do. But the thing, just put, you know, I wish you could just pause your life now and remember all the fucking crazy shit you did up to this point and just jump to your mid 40s or your early 40s and be that guy and look back on the guy you are now. Like, you remember your 20s. It's amazing how much you've changed. And if, God forbid, I feel sorry for the folks that don't change. Like, they still do the same shit in their 40s that they did when they're 20. I mean, they're going to be dead. That's just not a good way to go. You shouldn't be doing that. You should, in your 40s, not want to be doing the stuff that you did in your 20s. You know, there's half the shit I did in my 30s I won't do anymore. I'm kind of lame. Fucking lame.
Hey, here's the deal. When life gives you lemons, just say fuck the lemons and bail.
Right. Maybe that was a lemon. Maybe that was life giving me a lemon when I was 22 driving that girl home from fucking college and she was passed out in my goddamn... Oh, that's just a fucking... That's just bad news. Thank God I didn't do it. I drove her home and it was like fuck 3 a.m. and she was fucking drunk in my car. And I woke her up. She's like, oh, thanks for driving me home. And I literally had to carry her to her front door and drop her off for Thanksgiving break. All passed out at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, what did her parents think? Like, she gets home at 3 o'clock in the morning, home for Thanksgiving break, and she's fucking hammered, knowing that she rode in a car all the way from West Virginia home. Her parents couldn't have been happy with her. Thank God they didn't know me. I can come knocking on my door with a fucking cop. Get me arrested. I was just, trying to do them a solid, driving them home for free. Fucking 14 hours from West Virginia to New York in the fucking snow with 3 drunk people in my car. Chicks were hot, though. Sorority girls in college. That's one of the good memories. It's a good memory. Good memory to have. That's a good memory. Good, solid memory I've had. I watched a couple good things this week. HBO had a documentary about Robin Williams, the late, great comedian, actor, Oscar-winning actor, Robin Williams. It was a great documentary that HBO put out called Robin Williams, Come Inside My Mind. I swear to God, I just say shit so I can push those buttons.
I'm ready to smoke right now. You want to smoke? You don't smoke, do you? Right? What do you want, all those fitness freaks, huh? Go fuck yourself.
I don't know what that sounder was. Yeah. Come Inside My Mind. Great documentary. Details Robin Williams' entire life. Kind of shows you like what type of person he was. Very sad. He got Parkinson's, or diagnosed with Parkinson's, I guess, when he was like 59, and then he everybody knows he hung himself or committed suicide which is very sad. But the documentary is really good because it kind of dives in and shows you. It doesn't tell you this, but it kind of gives you like the idea of why he might have taken his own life, because it shows you what kind of person he was throughout his life. Always wanting to be funny, always wanting to make people laugh, constantly, always wanting to get a laugh out of somebody. And in turn, when he was diagnosed from Parkinson's, you could see that he wouldn't have that ability anymore to make people laugh, because, you know, he'd be dealing with the symptoms of that, or not able to, you know, do the crazy gestures that Robin Williams is known for doing. You know, fast talking, you know, lightning quick wit. He wouldn't have that, so maybe that, you know, led him to depression and you know, him deciding to take his own life. But it is a fascinating documentary. Really, it shows you everything he accomplished. You know, the people behind the scenes in his life, folks you don't know, his wives, his children, this and that. It's really good. HBO really knocks it out of the fucking ballpark when it comes to their documentaries and their original programming. They really do. Sometimes they have a fucking, you know, foul tip. It's not so great. You know, a little strikeout, maybe grumble a second, can of corn shit, you know, show. But for the most part, HBO's original programming pretty much as a whole is better than most. You know, Netflix is doing great too, and they're becoming a monster. Another thing I can give you to watch that I watched this week is, and I don't know this comedian, but Leroy Jenkins texted me over the weekend. Actually, it was last night, and he's like, "You gotta watch this broad on fucking Netflix called fucking Ali Wong. Ali Wong, the comedian. Never hear of her?" And I was like, I texted him back, "No." He's like, "What are you, a fucking faggot?" I didn't fucking hear from her. I don't know who else she is. Like, I don't know why Leroy Jenkins expects me to know everything about comedians. I don't know. I don't know who she is. But I said I didn't know. But he's like, "All right, you got to watch this Netflix special that she did." So I was like, "All right, fuck it. You know what?" Leroy always fucking yells at me for not taking up his suggestions. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take up Leroy Jenkins' suggestion, and I'm going to watch this Ali Wong Netflix special that she did from someplace somewhere. It's called A Hard Knock Wife. Now, she's an Asian girl, and I watched her comedy special. I say this. I'll just come out and say it basically. I don't want to try to fucking paint the picture. She is the best female comedian I've ever seen. By far the best female comedian I've ever seen. Her name is Ali Wong. She kills it. She is by far the best female comic I have ever seen. I don't even know who she is. And the things she was talking about in her set, I'm not into. Like, it was about pregnancy and becoming a mother and having sex with her husband and C-sections and, you know, nothing that I can relate to in my life. Nothing. But I was fascinated by this girl and how talented and smart and funny she was and how dirty and raw she was. My God. Little Asian girl. Like, just... She sold out a theater. This fucking place was jam-packed with people. People were laughing their asses off. It was one of the better hour-long specials I've seen. In my life. I've seen some shit. I've seen a lot. I feed off of comedy specials. I love them. Ali Wong, funniest female comic out there. Go check her out. Her special on Netflix, there's two of them up there, but the one I watched was called Hard Knock Wife. Hard Knock Wife. That is something you need to go fucking watch. That's what I'm saying. It's a good fucking show. She's very funny. She's very good. She's like this tall. She's like 3'5", and she's Asian. But she kills it. She fucking slays it when it comes to... It's funny. I've never even heard of her. God, I love that shit though. Don't you love that shit? When you're at home and you're like, I don't know what the fuck, I'm so bored. And you flick on something on TV and you're like, fuck it, I'll just throw this on. I don't care. Just make noise. Keep my brain occupied. And whatever you flick on just turns out to be great and you're riveted by it and you're fucking entertained and you're like fucking fired up. I love when that shit happens. And that's what happened when I watched this Ali Wong special that Leroy Jenkins suggested. It's fucking taken aback. Oh, my Lord. Ali Wong. This is why I'm listening to SiriusXM Chill and SiriusXM Yacht Radio. Because I get so fucking worked up over nothing. Sailing, take me away to where I'm going. Boo-doop-doop-doo. Boo-doop-doop-doo. What is that? Who the fuck made that song? Who the fuck made that sailing song? It's quite catchy, but it's fucking corny as fuck. Sailing, take me away to where I'm going. Do-do-do-do-do. What is the do-do-do? I really should start smoking weed, but I think I'm too late in the game. Like, I'm too late. It's too late in my life to start. So I'm like a 40 years old, right? I don't have a tattoo. That's one thing I'm not going to get. I'm too old to get a tattoo, and I think I'm too old to start smoking weed. I never smoke weed. I'm not a big weed guy. It's not like I've never had it. And I've been there. Had a, I'm like, it's just not for me. I don't really care. I'm so aloof as it is. Why do I need weed to help me out with it? I don't. Maybe weed will make you smarter. They have that indigo and sativa. Is that what it is? Which one makes you fucking focus? Because that's the one I need. I don't need the loopy one. I don't need the goofy one because I'm already goofy. I was just singing to myself on the fucking radio. You need more goofiness than that? Sailing, take me away to where I'm going. Who the fuck sings that? I gotta find out who the fuck sings that sailing song. Where's my phone? I'm gonna do something real quick on my Googles. Okay, Google. Who sings the Sailing, Take Me Away to Where I'm Going song? That's what I just asked Google. Let's see if Google comes up with it. Let's see. The Christopher Cross. How good is fucking Google? That fucking Google is just like fucking bang right there. Really good with the answers, that fucking Google. That fucking Google. Anybody watching this? Like, this is weird. It's weird doing the show by yourself. Like, this is weird. There's no one else here. It's just me and a fucking piece of sheetrock in front of me. And this fucking camera. I'm wearing a fucking... Look at this shirt I'm wearing. I should be on a yacht. Should be on a yacht eating a gun. This fucking just on the yacht with the fucking music playing. Sailing, take me away to where I'm going. Do. Oh. You know? This fucking music playing in the background. I'm just having a good time. And then just fucking pull the fucking trigger at some point. Just, oh. You know what that kind of music is? Like that Christopher Cross sailing song. I wish I could play it right now, but YouTube's gonna flag the goddamn show. That's the kind of music people listen to when they're financially stable. You know, just fucking financially stable. No one broke is listening to "Sailing, Take Me Away." No one's listening to that when they're fucking broke or living paycheck to paycheck. They're listening to that fucking Christopher Cross song when they're fucking financially stable. So that's why I didn't know who sang that song, because I'm not one of them guys. I'm not one of those Wolf of Wall Street motherfuckers. Let's see. Oh yes, Yes, we found out this week who is the richest man in America, or in the world, actually. His name is he's the CEO of Amazon. His name is Jeff Bezos, and he is worth a ridiculous amount of money. It is ridiculous how much money this motherfucker has. It is $150 billion. $150 billion. That is a shit ton more money than any one of us have. Anybody. That is ridiculous. That's more money than you could spend in fucking probably 1,000 lifetimes. What do you do with 100? You don't do anything. You just you get on your fucking yacht and you listen to sailing when you're Jeff Bezos. You get a day sailing, take me away to where I'm going. You're just on your fucking yacht in the goddamn Long Island Sound. $150 billion in the bank. Is that fucking really? Maybe, I don't even know if that's like yacht music. Maybe this is yacht. Do I? What is this? This is Jackie music. 150. Stop. $150 billion. That is ridiculous. That Amazon's a giant. You know what sucks about having $150 billion that you got to tip like ridiculous. Everywhere you go, you got to tip ridiculous. Like just ridiculous amounts. You go get a fucking coffee, costs like $2.58 for a fucking medium. You got to tip like $100. Get a fucking coffee. Fucking ridiculous. I wouldn't want to do that. Maybe he doesn't have to do that. Maybe I don't think Jeff Bezos is ever going to a place to get coffee. I'm sure he has like a fucking team of people doing it. God damn it. 150 billion. You know who's like second on the list? I think second on the list is Bill Gates. The guy's in a fucking poorhouse compared to fucking Jeff Bezos. Bill Gates is worth 95. Bill Gates holds the number 2 spot with with 95 billion. 55 billion behind Bezos. 55 billion behind Bezos. What a son of a motherfucker. 150 bill. 150 bill. Oh my God. I don't think I have a fucking $1.50 in change. 150 bill. You kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. That's fucking that is stupid. Stupid money. That guy, I can't even comprehend it. I'm trying to like find some sort of analogy or example to show how much that is. I can't because it's too much. I don't. It's way out of my range. There's not much range in my brain. Not much range. Kind of fucking stable brain. I don't have much range. I can't get the ball in the hole. I can't move from my left to right with my brain. All my thoughts are kind of just there. They have to be focused in one direction. Go fucking straying with my brain. Doesn't likes to stray. 718-690-9290 if you're listening live. I don't even know if you people are listening live. I got to fucking check that out on my phone. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a break. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to regroup because I've just been rambling for fucking I don't know how long. And I'll come back, regroup. More lunaticradio.com show right after these words.
Radio program. So we figured we'll go to break, we'll regroup, come.
You have only one context, as filthy as possible.
Yes.
What's in your coffee cup during the day?
Come.
lunaticradio.com.
Anyway, man. So what's wrong here? What was wrong with that call?
No, we're going to detail what has gone wrong since 6 o'clock.
Okay. Right.
We did a full setup, right?
Right.
Okay. Of Tom Norton.
Yeah.
And his documentary, Fathead.
Right.
Talked about that.
Yeah.
Explained the documentary to the people, setting them up for the interview that should have followed.
Right.
With Tom calling into the program.
And I'm sure I screwed up somehow.
That's all right. No, you did fine.
No, I'm just saying it might. It'll probably,
terrible. It just happened. He did not call in,
Right.
so we had to fill.
Right.
We talked about what? Fast and Furious, right?
Right.
Horribly. We filled for how many minutes on that? And then we talked about billboards on the BQE and the Snickers advertisements.
Hey, watch your mouth.
And we got racial with it. Horrible segment. Really had nothing to go with. Asked the listeners for some help. They did not help. They just sent in racist remarks. And then we took a break. Came back around 7 o'clock. Had Jen coming in, right? Right. That was Jen's segment. I started off that segment doing the most pointless story from the New York Post today.
I don't even remember what it was.
All weathermen are wrong.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Guess what? They're not wrong by that much. That was my story. I figured that would be interesting for maybe 10 minutes. No, it wasn't. Josh shot it down, and he was right to do so.
Yeah.
So we answered the phone. Hey, it's Jen. Talk about baseball and the baseball season. That's going to happen tomorrow. Opening day, big thing, new stadiums, new players and new teams and blah, blah, blah. Jen had nothing to offer on baseball. Nothing. She went to spring training. What did she say about spring training, Rock? It was great. I got drunk. That was it. Okay, we say goodbye to Jen because Jen didn't know how to do the volley back and forth phone call conversation type of thing. So we spun that, and Josh had something to add to the program, which was a complete visual. It really wasn't that funny. So we're doing great on this radio program. So we figured we'll go to break, we'll regroup, come back with something interesting.
And what happens?
We'll recap about the bad. Shut up. We'll recap about the bad shit that's gone on. Guess what happens once we come back to break? We got an asshole calling into the program, doesn't want to entertain shit, doesn't have anything to answer to add to the fucking program. Well, he calls in and goes, entertain me, asshole. Listen to the radio. That's how you become entertained. You don't call in and get entertained. We're not going to entertain you on the fucking phone. You add something to the fucking program, and you hang up, motherfucker. We comment on what you said, and we proceed with the program. A radio program is supposed to have some fucking flow. I have a warehouse full of cocks. And they're all big cocks. They're all big cocks. I'm done with the show today. I'm not really mad. I just want to fill time.
That was fun. Twitter doesn't give me these problems.
Kieran and Rock are on social media.
Why could you just like me?
Be sure to like and follow Lunatic Radio on Twitter.
Rocket, you gotta get naked. Take off your pants. Do something.
Sweet.
Don't say sweet.
Oh, I listen to you.
Okay.
So if you say take them off, I shall.
Twitter.com/Lunatic Radio. They're already naked, aren't they?
I feel like I have hair on my microphone. That's why I've been blowing into it, if you people have been listening.
Twitter.com/Lunatic Radio.
Nice yes.
Kieran and Rock have returned.
We are the kings of tangents.
I just got a phone call from a hooker. Oh shit, I'm calling her back. Holy crap! Holy crap!
LunaticRadio.com.
You know, people like me on Facebook.
Kieran and Rock are on social media.
Why could you just like me?
Be sure to like and follow Lunatic Radio on Facebook.
I need to get naked. That's what I need to do.
Dude, tap it out, right?
What do you mean?
I'm tapping out.
Wait a second.
No way!
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio. Wait, who told them to get naked?
I'm sitting here behind this microphone.
Yeah, you are.
Perfectly fine with my manhood.
Really?
Are you?
Of course I am.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
Nice yes.
What up, everybody? LR Show. Just me, Kieran Solo. I don't think I ever said my name at the start of the show. Anyway, it's Kieran Solo hanging out with you. And 718-690-9290 is the live number to call in if you would like to chat with me. Somebody did call in before and during the break, which was great. And too bad I couldn't fucking answer the fucking phone. But it'd be nice if that person called back. I don't know who the hell it was, but yeah, call back in. It'd be great. 718-690-9290. Jeff Bezos. Here it is. Here's the person. Let's see what happens here with this fucking phone call. Call, you're on the air. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, man. It's Nomad.
Nomad, welcome to the program, my friend.
Yeah, I had to Skype you because I just, for some reason, I couldn't get a signal. Anyway, man, what's up going on by yourself? Where's the fat bastard at?
Everybody has. Where's the fat bastard at? He is. No, everybody had shit to do today. They're all dads now, so they have things to do, I guess. But yeah. I'm gonna do the show every Sunday. I'm not gonna skip a day. So if I have to do it solo, I have to do it solo. It is fucking very bizarre doing it solo though, because you sit here and there's literally nobody here other than me.
Yeah, and I click over and you're singing to yourself in the camera. It's something up.
I know, I'm fucking losing my mind. You know, it's a little nuts. It's a little nuts. So,
well, man, I kind of may have missed some shit, but what do you think about what's going on out there in Hollywood right now?
With what? Oh, like
with the child, like the dude with the pornography guy. Like, what the hell is going on?
The dude with the pornography guy.
Like the comedian that Disney dropped.
Yeah. Who the hell is that? I don't even fucking know who the guy is. The guy that was going to direct that movie?
Yeah, that was coming off the Guardians of the Galaxy, that guy. It's like they dropped him, and something about he made a joke about pedophiles and made a joke with somebody on Reddit or a post on Twitter from years ago, not recent either.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. I saw like the dude in the Major League All-Star game, this guy was pitching, like a pitcher from the Brewers, and the whole idea of like people looking into other people's social media accounts and finding like risque or bad shit they tweeted like years ago and then bringing it up to the forefront now. Like they did it to some pitcher in the All-Star game, in the baseball All-Star game. Like this guy was just pitching in the All-Star game. He's like 22 years old. Yet like the people on the internet and the social media, they went to this guy's Twitter and they found out some racist shit that he apparently tweeted when he was like 16 or 17 years old, and they started like posting it everywhere as this guy is pitching in the All-Star game, and he had to apologize.
Yeah, like destroying people's career with stuff that, you know, granted, this guy was in his 40s. That's the only reason why, like, when he made the comments, he was in his 40s, like, he'd know better. But the ball player, like, dude, he's a teenager. He hasn't had the experience with people, and he may only have, you know, those bigoted viewpoints, because usually you're in a school full of your peers, which are usually other white people if you're white. So. Yeah, I mean, like, I just don't feel like people should be holding people accountable. Well, you sort of, but not accountable for things when you were literally under the age of 18. It's like holding a sexting picture against your girlfriend when you're in your 30s from when she was in high school.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's people become successful, and then folks like to see people do well, but then there's that side of the society that likes to fucking get the gotcha moment happening and destroy somebody's career, which is nuts. It's like they want to see somebody fall, and they look through their background to see if they made any mistakes on social media, wrote some text message to somebody, made some offhanded joke somewhere. It's just like everybody's pretty much has made shit that could get them fired, or said shit that could get them fired. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I think it's shitty. But I don't know. I don't know this story that you're bringing up. I don't know the guy. I don't know what he said. I would have to hear it or read it or whatever. I don't know anything about the guy, so I really can't comment on it. I don't know. You know,
well, just that the situation alone is really the way I look at it is, you know, it's 10 years ago versus today. I just feel like, you know, and especially getting someone from your take, if they were to go back 10 years on you and pull up old shows from Lunatic Radio,
right. I know. Yeah. I was like showing my dick on camera and shit. Like, it's stupid. I can't imagine.
Monkey boy at a bar.
Yeah, just dumb shit. Like, I don't even want to Google myself or do image Google search on myself, because I might see my pictures of myself drunk and shit. I don't want to see that shit. You know, this is crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the gotcha moments. I don't like the gotcha moments. I feel like That's what social media has become these days.
Big witch hunt.
It's just a witch hunt. Let's just go after somebody today. Like, who are we going after tomorrow? You know? Fucking stupid. Like, I don't know why people can't just be happy in this world for other people. You know what I mean? Why can't you be happy for the guy who's fucking done something good with his life and he got his, you know, he's making this movie? Well, just be happy for the guy. You don't have to fucking, you know, witch hunt him. You know? There are people out there that are successful and they're assholes. But who gives a shit? Why you need to, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. The whole, the world, like, social media is, like, unexplainable. It really is. You can't explain it. You can explain it, like, a million times over in a million different ways, but once you do that, it's just, really, basically, it's just unexplainable. That's what it boils down to. Basically, it's just unexplainable why people do shit on social media. And
it's all perspective based. Like, one person's emotions at that moment in that time while they're taking a shit on the toilet, tweeting, is that thought, and that thought is now defining their existence to everyone else.
Right. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Imagine that. Imagine that being held to, like, a tweet. Your whole life is held to a tweet you made fucking 10 years ago.
Well, I mean, look at Trump. I mean, just think 20 years from now, the evidence that we've got to go back and look on, the records of his presidency will be his tweets.
Right. I just saw something actually this week on, I don't want to bring up Trump, because I feel like every time I've done one more, I did a solo show like a month ago, and I did like a bunch of Trump shit. But I did see some blurb about Trump, and I don't know, I think it came from like Newsweek or something, where there's possibly video or audio of him saying that, talking about paying off this broad, giving this girl hush money, and apparently this audio is from like 2 months or 2 weeks before the election or something like that. I'm just like, that's crazy. And like, when I read the blurb, I was like, that's nothing. Even if it is true, it's nothing, because he's done so much shit and taken the perception of the office on like such a journey that him cheating on his wife or disrespecting his children by cheating on his wife, like, it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't matter. That's how terrible of a human being he is. That the cheating shit, it's not even like a news story to me anymore. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that he paid people, like, chicks off, or told chicks to shut up because he's running for the president. I don't know. It's like, he's such a piece of shit. I don't know. It's just crazy.
It gets hard to try to, like, explain him nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, he says shit so much, like, every day he says so much shit, and people get so riled up over everything he's done and the lies and this and that and whatever the fuck it is that it's just like, you don't know what's like. I don't remember I don't know. I can't remember what having a respectable president was like. You know what I mean? That's what I can't remember. I don't know what.
In my lifetime, I'm 27, so in my lifetime, I've watched a guy say, I did not inhale, I did not have sex with that woman, we're going in for freedom, when it was for oil.
Yeah.
I've had medical bills passed that were so long that the Congress wasn't allowed time to read it, and now I've got a president that tweets nonstop,
right?
Absolute heinous shit. So, I mean, for me, I don't know what all the youth is looking at, but when we're in our 50s, yeah, oh my God.
I know. It's fucking.
Idiocracy.
Yeah, no, it is. We're gonna have. I guarantee you, Dwayne the Rock Johnson's gonna be a president at some point, and then that is full idiocracy. That is exactly what the movie is. Once Dwayne the Rock Johnson enters the White House, it is Idiocracy the movie. The Idiocracy of the movie then absolutely becomes a documentary. It absolutely becomes
Fall of America.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Trump is so terrible that it jades your mind. It jades your mind, and you forget how, like, what is a respectable president like? I forget what Obama was like.
Dude, and it sucks as like a conservative, like as a conservative voter, we weren't really left with much of a choice. You had Trump or nobody, and then you get this guy in here, and you're like questioning everything about your party and everything else. Like, why in the fuck did we back this guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's terrifying, and especially here in Tennessee, where I can see people who proudly put Trump signs like on the roof of their house have to climb up there and like take them down and paint over them.
Fucking my father. Oh my God! Every time I run over to my folks' place and I go see them for lunch, or I see them on the weekend or whatever, my dad cannot. He is like, I don't get it with like dudes that are 65 and older, and they're like conservative, like old guys, because they just will not fucking. They don't care if it's anything against conservative people or Republicans or whatever. They just fucking hate it.
Is your dad tonight?
Yeah, he's a Trump supporter like through and through, and it's like.
But does he have a calendar of the Reagan Ranch at his house?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think he does. No.
my parents do.
Oh God.
So I was going to say, I understand your pain in a way that you could not even possibly imagine. Like when you get the newsletter from the Reagan Ranch at your house.
And what's weird is that my father, he'll read like everything. He is one of those dudes who bought like the Russian invasion of fucking Facebook, like all the news, like the fake news that was posted on Facebook, or apparently fake news that was posted on Facebook. That, you know, if you were a Republican, and you got a lot of like news about how shitty the Democrats were and this and that, and Hillary did this, and he buys everything he reads. Oh, Nomad just dropped out. My dad bought everything he reads on if it was like any type of news from any type of website, and it was bashing Democrats. My dad bought it. He was just like, "That's true. I believe it. Fucking Hillary's got fucking 14 fingers. Fucking she's a devil." I hate politics. I wish we could just eliminate it from like all talking points across everything. I don't want to hear about it ever. Fucking retarded. Nothing ever gets done, and then we have a fucking lunatic in the office who doesn't even believe the own shit. I guarantee Trump doesn't even believe half the shit comes out of his mouth. Fucking nutball. There's Nomad back. Yeah. My dad's at my parents' house, my mother, I'll be there, my mother will put on NBC, and my dad will automatically just yell out the word communist. Yeah. I go, "What are you watching, NBC? Fucking commies."
Oh, you should hear like the paranoid Fox being bought out by Disney. You should really hear that.
What is that? Fox being bought out by Disney?
Yeah, so now like everybody's all paranoid because they're like, oh God, now they're going to be able to control the information, because they started the buyout in 2016, process. But in reality, it probably has more to do with them being like, fuck you, we want all our properties characters, buying the rest of Marvel by buying Fox. But in turn, that means Disney has their fingers in the deepest parts of like networking outside of that. So that means they own basically everything.
Media King checking in. Disney is not getting the news channels or the sports channel, like ESPN.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But that means it's Disney money that's going around, so they may not be officially getting it, but think about it.
Right, it's power. There's still power, influence there.
They've got the power now. They've got them by the balls, no matter what. Like at that point, you can't fuck with Disney.
Yeah, no, that's a giant company.
Right. It's like you're not until something like embezzlement or some massive conspiracy happens and they can tumble from within, Disney's not going to go anywhere, probably even in my lifetime.
Yeah, but they're fucking like they're on that Apple level. You know what I mean? It's just like they're so big that if there's shady shit happening, it ain't coming out. And if somebody
they are a government in themselves.
Yeah, if like somebody wants to leak it, that person just fucking disappears. You never hear about it. Like that's how powerful that fucking company is. Like Apple and Amazon. These companies are giants, like fucking giants. If they control companies, they control countries. You can control countries with how powerful these fucking companies are. Like Apple. Apple's ridiculous. Fucking Amazon is retarded. That's it's huge. I'm sure shady shit happens. You can't get that. It's fucking crazy. It's scary how big these companies become. Like Amazon, like there's no slowing down. What's going to happen? Who's going to fucking take down Amazon? What piece of new technology is going to emerge and take down Amazon? I don't think there's one.
They'll buy it and make it a part of Amazon.
Right. There's no stopping it. There's no stopping Amazon. And what is his name? Jeff Bezos? That guy's worth $150 billion now. Can you imagine what he's going to be worth in 10 years?
Shit, did you see their stores in Seattle? The Amazon, you just walk in, you buy stuff at this little store, and it's got, a minor anti-theft system to it.
Right.
But even they admitted the amount of stuff that they'd be throwing away or lost to theft would still be underneath their profit bar.
Oh, right. Yeah, the self-sufficient store. Is that what it is? You just walk. Yeah. Fucking, that's crazy. That's fucking forward thinking right there. And that's the way a lot of shit's going to be. And pretty sooner or later, they're going to have a store like that the size of fucking Walmart. And people will just be going in and out of that motherfucker. And that's the way it's going to be. Once that... Go ahead.
On campus at Tennessee, at University of Tennessee, there's a Walmart. And basically, when you go in the Walmart, they have cashier lanes, but they're never open. Mm-hmm. They have a square of self-ring-up sections and then a couple of registers that are Walmart app registers where you just scan all the items with your phone and you pay for it when you get to the register. You just tap your phone and it's paid for and you leave. You go through the self-checkout and there's one person there. That's it. Like 9 self-checkout registers and one person. There is no registers open in this whole store. Even in the sporting goods section, you have to call somebody back there if you want to get like a sports license or something printed for you. They don't keep somebody at the counter.
That's crazy. That's a new age.
That's where we're at, man. We went
Media King checking in. Amazon has contracts with the feds. I don't even know what that fucking means. Apparently that's not good. And I don't even know if that's true. I don't know anything about it. I'm just reading it off of some dude who wrote that on the YouTube.
Tell Media King to call into the show.
Yeah, maybe he's a mute, Media King. He only knows how to type. I don't know. You should call in. He's got a lot of opinions on there on the interwebs. Maybe you should call in. Fucking give me some of those opinions. Yeah, it's a new world we're heading towards, man. I was actually thinking about this before the show. I was like, man, I kind of, because I think Leroy Jenkins sent me an article about fucking some sort of study, some medical study coming out of Alabama or something like that, someplace like that, where it's like it was about hair loss and how they like reversed the effects of aging and hair loss in mice. And I was just like, I read, I scanned through the article real quickly. I just thought in my head as I'm scanning through it, I'm like, I wish I could put pause on my life right now. Like, just hit the pause button on my life and then restart it in like 20 years and remain how I am now and just, rejoin my life in 20 years. Because I want to see what the advancements are. I want to see what's at my disposal as far as health, technology-wise in the future. Because I feel like we are like right on the verge of a lot of cool technological shit and advances in medical care happening. I feel like we're just going to hit like some sort of turn, and it's just going to fucking exponentially just be great across the board. You know what I mean?
The only downside is every time we've hit a technological turn, it's been monopolized and either buried for pharmaceutical purposes and profit, or its side effects down the road have led to unfortunate, consequences. And that's like where we're at now, where you've got half, I'm not going to say half, but a large portion of people, they're like, I'm not going to vaccinate my child, and diseases showing back up that haven't been seen in, 100 years.
Basically, what I'm saying, after I read that article, I was just like, fuck, I want to pause my life now because I don't want to be taking the anti-hair loss fucking wrinkle cream when I'm 62 and it doesn't matter anymore.
No, I get it. Pause now and get to the point where you can just stay in a stasis.
Right. If I got bitten by a vampire and I became a vampire and I would remain this look for the rest of eternity, I'd be all right, but not at 62. I don't want to get bitten by a vampire at 62 because I'm going to just be an old vampire not getting laid fucking at 60, you know, it would suck. It would suck to live for an eternity in a 62-year-old body. But at 42, I'm not so bad. I'm all right. I still.
You could just ask Nicolas Cage how he does it. He's been the same exact way since 1989.
I don't know. Nicolas Cage is funny because he made like 9 really shitty action adventure biker movies like recently in the last fucking 10, 15 years, and no one's ever seen him. But you look at his like progression to hold on to his hair and whiten his teeth and get his face taut and fucking pulled to look younger. He looks weird. Like he's trying to hold on to his youthful look, but he's at the point where he should just let it age. You know what I mean? Because he'd probably look better if he just let it age.
Yeah, but I mean, like you've seen, I don't know if you've gone online and looked at the memes for it, but like there's pictures from the 1800s of a guy that looks just like Nicolas Cage, and then Nicolas Cage and like every
oh really? They're saying Nicolas Cage is a vampire? Fucking,
yeah.
Is that? Yeah, he might be. Fucking A. He might be. Oh, by the way, there's an article out. I think everybody knows this. But apparently they're apparently 96% of the sexy bikini photos you see on the Instagrams and all this. I think everybody knows this. This is not much of a fucking breaking news. But it is 96% of them are all fake, or because apparently there's an app. There's apps out there that girls use to completely change their body types and improve their pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They work really well. And it's kind of, they do. I mean, I'm looking at a picture of a girl. It's like the before and after Instagram shot. And it's pretty amazing what she did with her body. Like made her butt look awesome. Made her titties bigger. Yeah, it's fucking great. It's great, but what sucks is that I'm looking, I constantly, when I'm at work, and I gotta, go use the men's room, or I take a little break, a little water cooler break. I just flick through Instagram. I'm looking at butt pictures at work, and all these fucking profiles. I'm just looking at these bros, and I'm going. I was like I'm not. I look at them and I see how pretty these girls are, and I feel so shitty about myself. And when I read this article in the paper, and I realized that this article is telling me that 96% of those fucking photos you see across the board on Instagram are fake, the bikini photos, it made me feel a lot better about myself. Because a lot of these, and a buddy at work was telling me, he's like, because he was a younger dude, and he goes meets these, I guess, social media influencers at these live gigs they do. They do like these bar gigs or club gigs or convention gigs where they go and they meet and greet people. And he said he's met like a bunch of like hot chicks from Instagram or the internet, and when he sees them in person, they look nothing like themselves. They look like shit. Not like total shit, but they don't look nothing like their photos because their photos are so doctored.
Yep, and that's about to say, like, man, I work on the strip on campus, so, get on Tinder or anything like that. You see all these people, but I've seen, I don't know how many that I've seen on Tinder walk into the store, and it's just like, whoa, you're a bit thicker than you make yourself out look to be.
Yeah, here it is. An app called the Facetune app. The Facetune app has been downloaded more than 15 million times since it launched in 2013. It's an easy-to-use tool that can whiten teeth, reshape the body, and smooth the skin. And while the app is such as Airbrush and VSCO also give users the power of professional-level photo retouching, Facetune is winning the popularity contest. It's only $3. So you spend $4 on an app, and you can completely use it to manipulate your photos, change your body type, smooth your tone, get rid of and whiten your teeth in every photo. I was just talking to Rock about this the other day. I was like, I think they have something that they can do with video to whiten celebrities' teeth. Because I look at the teeth that celebrities have when I'm watching like TV or something, and I was talking to Rocket about this off the show a couple weeks ago. I was like, Rock, do you know how or what like people on TV or on the news or anybody you see on TV, do you know what they're using to whiten their teeth? And he was like, I have no fucking idea. I don't understand how people get their teeth so white.
I don't understand how they always have these gigantic teeth. My thing is like, I look at myself in the mirror. I look at, people smile all day, every day. No smiles with their teeth hanging out like a horse. And I see so many like news anchors and celebrities, when they do that, their front teeth almost stick out. I feel like, and if you go on Amazon and look, there's so many like overlays and clip-on piece teeth and stuff like this that half of what we see probably ain't even real.
I know. That's what I'm starting to, like, I just read that portion of this article about the Facetune app that girls use to retouch themselves. Retouch their images. But yeah, I was looking, even in golf, like watching the British Open this weekend, I was looking at Tiger Woods' teeth. Like, his teeth are so goddamn white. I'm like, how do you get them that white? Like, I brush my teeth with, like, charcoal. There's, like, a charcoal powder that I brush my teeth with to try to get them white. Apparently, they're supposed to get them whiter, and clean them better. So I'm brushing. It doesn't really work. I mean, it makes them, like, the natural-looking white, but it not like the white that I see, like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson have on fucking TV. His teeth are so fucking white. They're whiter than the color white.
Yeah, but you can go get them bleached at a dentist if you got the money, man.
Is that what it is?
You dip and you smoke, or you not smoke, but you dip and you drink coffee and sodas, so your teeth are fucked.
But how often do they go to a dentist and get their teeth bleached? Is that even healthy? Is that even a thing? I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah, you could actually buy the kits off Amazon and ship it to your own house, and it's got those big foam like teeth things you put in your mouth like they do.
I see these
with foam and everything. You do it yourself.
You're a young kid. I see these people sticking these lights in their mouth, like these fucking fluorescent lights things with these with the goop thing on it. Like they have, it's almost like a mouth protector, but it has a fluorescent light attached to it.
Yeah, LED mouth guard.
And they put that in their mouth and their teeth are white. Is that like something? Is that healthy? Like, I don't think that's healthy. I can't imagine.
Well, think about it like this. It's the same kind of material that costume teeth are made out of, and you can wear vampire teeth for like 12 hours.
You'll just get veneers, like the little fucking thing they put on top of the teeth. I don't know.
That's pretty much like, I think you can, and again, you can order these really flimsy ones off Amazon that are good for just a few hours.
That's weird.
So get teeth off Amazon. Hell, they've got moldable plastic teeth that you just make yourself, and they come with a little imprint tray for different sizes.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like I found it interesting because everybody's got such like you notice it like 10 years ago. You watch TV and everybody's got like normal teeth. Now you watch TV these days and everybody's got fucking teeth that are whiter than white. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, what are these people doing? Their teeth are so white, and then it makes you like insecure about your own teeth, even if your teeth are fine and kind of like normal white. You feel like you're not keeping up with the Joneses because you don't have fucking like blinding white teeth.
Like how they take these British actors who have terrible teeth, but when they're like fucking perfect teeth.
Right. Yeah. Like, what are they doing? These these people, these English actors. What are they fucking sandblasting their teeth? Get them whiter? Fuck. I got some audio of Roseanne Barr trying to explain her Valerie. What is that? Who's the person she got fired for tweeting about? Oh, Valerie Jarrett. Who the hell is Valerie Jarrett? I don't even know who the fuck that is. But anyway.
I don't know. I called her a monkey.
Yeah. All right. I got audio of Roseanne apparently getting upset, trying to explain her Valerie Jarrett tweet. Here we go. I'm gonna play this. Hopefully you can hear it. Nomad, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to, but here we go.
Hello.
Give me a level.
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Oh, you said I'm in 3 outfits.
Well, here's the problem. Like, imagine...
Are you filming?
Yeah. Yes. Imagine a presidential address, like you're busted with killing a hooker, like whatever, right?
What?
Hear me out. And they say tonight the president's going to give his address, and then the camera fades out, and it's fucking the president on his desk in the Oval Office, and he's like, "I did not have sex with that hooker," right? Imagine in his statement to keep and save his job, there were jump cuts, multiple outfits, different.
I'm trying to talk about Iran. I'm trying to talk about Valerie Jarrett wrote the Iran deal.
I know, But you've told me this 300 times. Do you know that if...
That's what my tweet was about.
I know. You've explained this literally 300 times.
I thought the bitch was white! God damn it! I thought the bitch was white! Fuck!
Ugh. That was a good one. God damn. You listen to like Roseanne Barr, and I don't understand where any type of entertainment comes out of that fucking lady. Call her on the air.
Comes out of that fucking lady.
Call her on the air. Oh, I'm listening myself.
Call her on.
That has to be the worst piece of audio I've ever heard on the internet.
Oh, Hella, you're in a time warp. Turn down your computer.
You're in a.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, there you go, sir. Welcome to the program. What's your name? Where are you from?
This is Media King calling in.
Media King, welcome to the show. Roseanne Barr is fucking annoying. My God.
Yeah, don't play that again.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Was her show? Have you watched her show? Is she like entertaining at all? Like, I've never been entertained. She's an old woman. And she's been on in and out of TV forever. I've never been entertained by Roseanne Barr ever. I don't understand.
The original show was a ratings monster for ABC. The new show was also a ratings monster for the first 2 episodes because people tuned in and watched it. It didn't do well in the coastal cities, New York and L.A., the big top 10 markets. It actually did well in the heartland. Peoria, Illinois.
Right. Trump
what
country.
is known as flyover country. And that is what gave ABC the go-ahead to give her a full season. But then this had to happen, and she was, summarily fired.
Yeah. God damn. I just listened to that audio, and I'm like, oh, my God, so annoying. That's funny.
Imagine you have to work with her.
Oh, God. And if you watch the clip of the video that audio's from, she's like fucking sweaty. She looks almost like she was drinking, maybe. Or she's very sweaty and like smoking a cigarette and all just fucking pissed off at life. Just, oh, God. I don't even like... ugh.
Think about it. If you were just blessed with a ratings monster and the network loved you, and then you go out and send a tweet, this is a cautionary tale for everybody, because now that we're in this new shame culture that we're in now,
right?
Everybody is going to get caught up in this net. Every single person.
Yeah. Yeah,
they're going to get caught up in it, and it doesn't matter what sort of something or other. It may be innocuous now, but say 5-6 months down the line, that may be the new N-word. So now you have to really temper yourself and get yourself a pack of lawyers before you send out a tweet.
Yeah, right? No shit. People get fucked with that Twitter, man. They really do.
Man, I don't even get on Twitter anymore because there's so many people, and I got to thinking about it. It seems to me that, there's a lot of young folks on Twitter, social media, doing things like that. And this will be the first time that this generation has a president or a person in charge that they don't like. And they don't know the history. There's always been, since President numero uno, there's always been a group of people who don't like a sitting president. But
right.
What do? They still have to get up to go to work every morning. Bills have to be paid. Babies have to be fed. People still have to do what they need to do, get up, kill something, and drag it home.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first time where the results that they wanted didn't happen, and so they shut down. This is why you have all the meltdowns, the YouTube videos, the blogs. Every single one of these things, people, the young folks can't deal with it, and this is an object lesson, a 4-year textbook in how to deal. Or how not to deal.
Right. Yeah, with all the protests and the kids just fucking, ugh. Yeah, they didn't get what they wanted. Now they're protesting and bitching on the internet. They got Trump for 4 years, and they're not happy about it. That fucking sucks for the millennials.
Yeah, and as an older guy, I just have to sit back and laugh at it.
Yeah, man, it's the younger generation. I wish them well, and they're gonna be handed. The younger generation is gonna be handed the greatest technology advances and medical advances ever that the human race has ever seen. I hope they fucking appreciate it. I hope they.
You only need to look at all of the advances that this country has made and think there was at least 1 or 2 or 12 people that built these things, that made this innovation, that pioneered the technology that moved the country forward, that didn't like the sitting president. What do? They went to work.
Went to work. Go to work. Go to work, you fucking millennials. Is that what we're saying, Media King? Go to work? Shut up and go to work.
Get off your avocado toast blog and get back to work.
Get off your avocado toast blog. That was a good one. I like that. Wasn't there like a ballpark or something? Did I read that somewhere? Am I wrong? There was like a ballpark or some sort of baseball team that was having Millennial Night.
Yeah, and it is a Southern team, the Birmingham Biscuits, had Millennial Night.
Yeah.
With selfie stations, charging stations. I think they were giving out blankets. There may have been a petting zoo or two. I don't know.
It was like, yeah, and they had like nap time. Yeah, they had like nap time or some shit, and there was like avocado. There was some avocado involved there too. I don't even know what it was.
And of course, it was, there was outrage, as you do.
Oh yes, the outrage. The fake outrage, mostly. It's all fake.
But, now look at, I just pulled it up here. They had avocado burgers, craft beer, nap stations, selfie stations, and just for showing up, you got a participation ribbon. And it was a higher attendance than usual.
That is great. That's fucking hilarious. That's actually pretty genius to come up with that marketing. Because now we're all talking about it. People, it made the news. It was in the national news. That minor league baseball. Yeah. It's a good fucking disc. It's kind of fun.
And they had good attendance too.
Did they? Did millennials show up?
I don't know if millennials showed up, but it had higher than normal attendance. That might have been the source of the outrage. There should have been a rash of folks on the gram saying how outraged they were that their avocado burger wasn't well done or something or other. I don't know.
That's hilarious. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap up the show. I think we covered enough today. I can't believe
it. Man. Good talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely, Media King. Thank you very much for calling into the radio program. You got a lot. You're a very good radio caller.
All right, man. We'll see you.
All right, man. There you go. Thank you, Media King. Word up, everybody. I think that's going to conclude our radio program. I don't know what I covered today at all. But thank you to Nomad, Virgin Zach, Media King for calling into the program. Thank you, folks, for listening, whether it's live in the chat room or on the podcast. Subscribe to the lunaticradio.com show on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at Lunatic Radio and on Instagram at Lunatic Radio. Subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts. Word them up. Donate. If you'd like to donate to the radio program, log on to the lunaticradio.com website and hit the donate button. All donations are accepted. Thank you very much, and thank you kindly in advance. Yes, next week we'll be back next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, hopefully with Rock or Leroy Jenkins, and if not, it'll be me doing another fucking solo show, talking to goddamn Nomad and Media King. Maybe they'll just start hosting the show with me. Because I feel like after a while, I run out of shit to say, and it's nice to hear from Nomad and Media King just call in and fucking get my mind right. I need somebody to talk to. I can't imagine what a fucking guy in prison does when he's put in solitary confinement, because that's what I feel like when I'm doing this radio show by myself. Start fucking talking to walls about nothing. All right, word up, everybody. Thank you for listening to the lunaticradio.com show, and we'll see you next week, or I will, at least. Peace.